Welcome, dear students, in the third lecture of Science, Chapter 2, The Living World. I hope you are enjoying online learning science. In this module, we are going to learn about useful and harmful living things in detail. Children, let us recall what we have studied in previous module. We have studied characteristics of living things, movement, responsiveness to stimuli, reproduction, and a cellular structure. Plants move to obtain support, seek and capture food, and to find water or soil nutrients and hold leaves to get maximum sunlight. Animals move to find food or shelter. People move for activity. Living organisms have a tendency to respond to external stimuli such as heat, light, chemicals, and sometimes even to other organisms. This characteristics of the living organism is essential for the survival of living things. Living organisms exhibit another property, reproduction. But can it be the only determining criteria of the living things? Reproduction is an essential feature by which living organisms reproduce its own kind in order to continue the progeny of the species. Reproduction can primarily of two types: sexual reproduction and asexual reproduction. Living things have a definite lifespan. All the living things start their life when they are born as babies or hatched from eggs or grow from seeds. These living things grow into adults, remain alive for a certain time, and finally die. Different kinds of living things remain alive for different duration of time. Cells are the basic fundamental unit of life. So, if we were to break apart an organism to the cellular level, the smallest independent component that we would find would be the cell. Cells are the structural, functional, and biological units of all living beings. A cell can replicate itself independently. Hence, they are known as the building blocks of life. All organisms are made up of cells. They may be made up of a single cell, that is unicellular animals, or many cells, that is multicellular animals. Useful plants. Can you imagine a world without plants? Without plants, there would be no life on earth. Many may differ, but the truth is that our environment and atmosphere totally dependent on plants to generate oxygen and absorb carbon dioxide. Plants are not only essential part of our atmosphere, but also they make the beauty of the earth. Plants also provide us the major part of food. Plants are the primary source of food for all other living organisms. Cereals and grains are the main source of food for many living organisms, including man. They contain carbohydrates and give us energy. For example, rice, wheat, maize, barley, etc. Pulses are rich sources of proteins, and we need them for body building, growth, and repair of body cells. For example, pea, gram, kidney beans, etc. Vegetables provide us with minerals and vitamins, which are protective food and help us to fight disease. For example, potato, yam, and onions are modified stems. Cabbage and spinach are leaves. Carrots, beetroots, and turnips are modified roots. Cauliflower is modified flower. Tomatoes and pumpkins are actually fruits. Fruits are a rich source of minerals and vitamins. For example, apple, banana, papaya, oranges, etc. we have to include in our diet. Plants which are rich in fats like groundnut, coconut, sunflower, soybean should be included in diet to provide energy. Tea, coffee and cocoa are all beverages which are obtained from tea leaves and seeds of coffee and cocoa of the respective plants. They act as stimulants and make us feel active. Let us learn about more uses of plants for different purposes. We use wood from trees like teak, pine, mahogany and ebony to make furniture. We also use wood as a source of fuel and it is also used to make paper. The latex of rubber tree is used to make rubber. The acacia tree yields gum from its bark. We make perfumes from plants like vanilla, jasmine and rose. Also, plants are used as pollution remover. Plants and trees save us from air pollution. Green plants take the carbon dioxide from the air in the process of photosynthesis and give back oxygen to the air. We breathe in oxygen from the air and given out carbon dioxide. Thus, we give carbon dioxide to the plants and they return us oxygen. Hence, air is saved from being polluted by carbon dioxide. Then, manure. Plants' waste are used to make manure. This manure is utilized for the growth of other plants and crops. There are small and big plants that not only make our land green and pleasant but also help us in many ways in every walk of life. Medicinal plants. Advanced medicines and pills have become such an important part of people's lives that Ayurveda seems to have vanished from the picture completely. Nevertheless, it contains all those medicinal plants and herbs which can effectively treat and cure multiple health problems. These medicines have been a part of our lives since our existence and have been our medical support since ancient times. Researchers are now trying to analyze how exactly the extracts of such plants can be used for treating more critical diseases. Harmful plants. Parthenium is a type of plant which can cause pollen allergy to humans. White cedar is a small neem-like tree with attractive yellow fruits. These are lethal if taken by children and cause vomiting, diarrhea and difficulty in breathing in adults. Leaves of colocasia and pods of nettle cause itching. Dhatura is an example of poisonous plants. Carnivorous plants are plants which get nutrients from trapping and eating animals. They are often called insectivorous plants because they usually trap insects. Since they get some of their food from animals, carnivorous plants can grow in places where the soil is thin or poor in nutrients. For example, the Venus flytrap is a plant that closes its leaves to capture and eat insects such as flies and ants. Useful animals. We know animals are very useful for us. We get many things from animals. Animals also help us in different ways apart from providing us with food. Let us know some of the following uses of animals and important things we get from animals. Cows and buffaloes gives us milk. Milk provides us with minerals, proteins and vitamins. Sheep, pigs, goats are used to obtain meat. Meat is a rich source of protein. Fish is also a major source of food. Fish liver oil is a rich source of vitamins, especially vitamin A and vitamin D. We get both egg and meat from poultry like hens, ducks, and turkeys. Eggs are a rich source of minerals and proteins. Let us learn some more uses of animals in our day-to-day life. We obtain honey and beeswax from the hives of bees. Honey has several medicine values and is a rich source of energy and minerals. We get pearls from mollusk called oyster. Fish are also grown for ornamental purposes. Silk and wool are fibers of animal origin. Rearing of silkworms to obtain silk is called sericulture. Wool is obtained from the hair of sheep. Skin and fur of cows, snakes and horses are used to make leather objects like shoes, jackets, purses and belts. Animals like dogs, cats and birds like parrots are also kept as pets. Elephants, camels, horses, donkeys and bulls are used to do work on farms and to transport things from one place to another. Harmful animals. All animals and insects are not useful. Some of them can cause a lot of harm to our health and also to our crops. Such animals and insects are known as pests. Insects like grasshoppers, beetles, etc. cause enormous damage to the agricultural crops and thus affect their yield. Animals like tigers, lions, etc. can enter human settlement and may kill domestic animals and people. Caterpillars or larvae of many insects feed on the leaves on which they live. Stored grains are also attacked by rodents like rats and rabbits and by many kind of moths, caterpillars and beetles. Let us solve some questions from exercise. Question 1. Write the uses of following animals. Honeybees provide us with honey and wax. Sharks are used in medicines, cosmetics, pet products, etc. Yaks are used for obtaining wool. Sheep is used for obtaining wool. Earthworms are used in agriculture for composting, that is vermicomposting. They are also called as friends of farmer. Dogs are used as pets. Bivalves used as source of food. Horses are used for transportation purpose. Mice are used as pets and models for testing various experiments. Next question, write the uses of following plants. Mango plant used for obtaining fruits. Eucalyptus used for making paper and essential oils. Bubble plant, or that is also called as acacia, used in toothpaste and other medicinal purposes. Teak plants used in making furniture. Spinach is used as food. Turmeric used as spice and for various medicinal purposes. Holy basil plant has spiritual importance and used for various medicinal purposes. Karanja plant is used for medicinal purposes like treating skin cancer. Moh plant used for medicinal purposes. Mulberry plant is used for obtaining fruits. Grapevine is used for obtaining fruits and making wine from it. Children, let's have a quick recap of what we have studied today. We have studied useful plants. We cannot imagine our life without plants. There are so many kinds of plants and animals which we find in our surroundings. These plants and animals can be both useful and harmful to us. Plants like tulsi, mint, ashwagandha, neem are called medicinal plants. There are many plants which provide us with fruits and vegetables like mango, etc. Certain plants are used for ornamental purposes like money plant, etc. There are plants from which obtained rubber which is used in the manufacture of tires, tubes, raincoats, belts, sport goods, etc. Flowers like rose, jasmine, lavender, champa, saffron, etc. are used for extracting sweet smelling oils called perfumes. There are some harmful plants are also present in the nature. For example, datura is an example of poisonous plants. Leaves of colocasia and pods of nettle cause itching. Animals are a gift of nature to us. They are the ones which are closely associated with us in daily life. Animals contribute a lot to human lives. It will tough to imagine life without animals. They serve humans for food, clothing, medicines and even for economic needs. All animals and insects are not useful. Some of them can cause a lot of harm to our health and also to our crops. So children, I hope you have understood what we have learned today. Read the chapter thoroughly and learn all the characteristics of living things in detail. Thank you.